babies, it's me, Miss Cleo. I want to thank you for allowing me to introduce you to the wonders of the tarot. I'm glad to see you have taken the first step towards a new world of knowledge and empowerment. Your new tarot reading skills will help you create a better life for yourself and the ones you love. And now you have everything you need to get started. Remember that tarot is much more than a game. This is a spiritual undertaking. You may not yet know how to interpret the cards, but the truth is there right before you. The cards, them never lie. Within this tape, you will find the tools you will need to begin exploring the ancient tarot. As a shaman, I have dedicated my life to teaching. It is crucial to me to pass the knowledge on. This is an essential requirement in my belief system. Although there is much information to absorb, don't be fearful. While mastering the cards takes time and study, this introduction and the accompanying booklet, along with its tarot key, will provide you with all you need to begin your personal journey. Should you need further help or assistance, please feel free to call our service and support line anytime and speak to one of our tarot experts. The number is on your screen. The cards themselves are vibrant and colorful. You will notice that they are based upon Egyptian symbols. They have indeed been traced back to ancient Egypt. Their religion, practiced for more than 3,000 years, incorporated a belief in life after death. It was also believed that their gods or spirits could communicate and predict the future through the use of the cards. The first tarot deck surfaced sometime during the Renaissance, when ruling kings and queens were routinely treated to tarot readings. Later on, commoners also had access to the cards and their power. Today, with the right instruction, like this videotape and booklet, you too can read the ancient tarot. So open up your heart and your mind, babies, and receive the power of the tarot. Before placing the cards out to be read, they should be shuffled. Now, most of you probably think there is a right or a correct way to do this, but there isn't. Just mix them up in whatever way feels most comfortable for you. Every tarot deck is divided into two main groups, the major or the greater arcana and the minor or the lesser arcana. In your booklet, you will find a concise key to the meanings of the individual cards that make up the major and minor arcana in both natural and reverse positions. Be assured that over a period of time, the cards will come to know you and you will come to know the cards. But just to get you started, here's a guide to the cards that make up the major arcana. The Magician. In the natural position, it stands for knowledge, tactfulness, illness, physical pain, determination, and if a man, the Inquirer. In the reverse position, it would symbolize a doctor, mental illness, shame, or emotional upset. The second card, the High Priestess. In a natural position, she symbolizes secrets, hidden information, things that have not yet come to pass but will come soon. In the reverse position, it is more emotional, passionate feelings, and even sometimes that of vanity or conceit. The third card, the Empress. In the natural position, a period of time, possibly some self-doubt, new beginning, even pregnancy that. In a reverse position, honesty, clarity, full disclosure of complicated matters, a sorting out of things. The fourth card, the Emperor. In a natural position, it is strong, nurturing, opinionated, stubborn, but generally a good person. In the reverse position, it is also generosity, heartfelt, and sometimes manipulation. The fifth card, the Hierophant. In a natural position, most often represents a relationship, marriage or otherwise, coercion, feeling of being trapped. In a reverse position, it represents greater surroundings, comprehension, and people that are easily taken advantage of. The sixth card, the Lover's card. In a natural position, it stands for physical attraction, the body beautiful, love relationships, and overcoming some difficulties. In a reverse position, it stands for silliness, unrealistic goals, and the indication of a relationship ended. The 7th card, the Chariot card. In a natural position, it stands for formidable success, marking of one's territory, and trouble often stirred by vindictiveness or revenge. In a reverse position, it literally stands for a physical fight, argument, or disagreement, which sometimes can be legal. The 8th card, the Strength card. In a natural position, it stands for emotional and physical strength, bravery, and reaction. In a reverse position, bullying, controlling, and emotional weakness. The 9th card, the Hermit. In a natural position, indicates loneliness, solitude, often betrayal, incorrect actions or dealings. In a reverse position, hidden actions of guilt, fearfulness, and uncertainty. The 10th card, the Wheel of Fortune. In a natural position, it often can symbolize a personal journey, happiness, and positive results. In a reverse position, unexpected increase in your monies and your resources and ease of movement. The 11th card, the Justice card. In a natural position, it is balance, decisions based on one's character or legal issues. In a reverse position, it is harsh decisions, all legal actions or dealings, and extreme results. The 12th card, the Hangman. In a natural position, it stands for meditation, reasoning, analyzing, insight, and even deja vu. In a reverse position, it is simply pure influence and greed. The 13th card, the Death card. In a natural position, it is an end of a matter, a physical passing, literally death, or complete destruction. In a reverse position, it often symbolizes depression, that inability which to sleep, insomnia, and weariness or lack of direction. The 14th card, the card of Temperance. Natural position simply means patience, prudence, decisions, and balance of actions. In a reverse position, it can symbolize frustration, division, and matters of spirituality. The Devil card, the 15th card. In a natural position, anger, violence, intimidation, misdirected determination, sometimes death by extreme violence. In a reverse position, it is mean-spiritedness, gossip, lack of vision, and clarity. The 16th card, the Tower card. In a natural position, it symbolizes turmoil and conflict in one's home, lying, sadness, and an overall lack of peace. In the reverse position, unfortunately, it is the same. Also added is some brutality and overbearing farce. The 17th card, the Star. In a natural position, it is a sense of loss, either of an individual or material possessions, but also hope. In a reverse position, it is conceit and very much so inflated self-importance. The 18th card, the Moon card. In a natural position, it stands for gossip, defamation of one's character, nosy individuals, and close proximity to the inquirer. In the reverse position, deceptive silence, constant confusion and mistakes, and a lack of foundation. The 19th card, the Sun card. In a natural position, it stands for material wealth, positive and solid love relationships, and peace. In a reverse position, I'm glad to say, it is the same, but not quite as abundant as if it were in a natural position. The 20th card, the Judgment card. In a natural position, it stands for promotion, results, perhaps an additional opportunity. In a reverse position, it is a review of one's character. Sometimes legal judgment or sentence, even final decision. 21st card, the World card. In a natural position, usually means travel of a significant distance, trip by water, or relocation from one's difficulties. In a reverse position, it can stand for boredom or a feeling of being stuck. And the last but not least, the Fool card, which number is 0. In a natural position, it stands for excitement and jovial madness, excessiveness and drunkenness. In a reverse position, it is a lack of sound judgment, irresponsibility, and carelessness. Remember, if you're having difficulty taking this all in, feel free to rewind and play any section of this tape over again. You can also refer to the accompanying booklet for any additional information. And if you still have questions after all of that, I encourage you to call our service and support line at the bottom of your screen, where our staff of tarot experts will answer any questions you may have. Similar to a regular deck of playing cards, the minor or the lesser arcana are divided into 4 different suits. Also similar to playing cards, the suits are further divided into what you may see as face cards and number cards. The suits are staffs, cups, swords, and coins. Each suit has a clear purpose and meaning of its own. For example, the staffs often represent the everyday struggles we encounter in our daily lives. The cups represent the emotional fruits of our labors, as well as tangible benefits. The swords represent struggles that are emotional in nature, ones that cause us to judge ourselves and to judge others. The coins, they represent the increase of money, property, and family, such as additions to one's family, as a result of previous work. It also indicates the handling and appreciation of such gifts. There is meaning not only in the cards and their symbols, but also in their relationship to each other. So many of you call me for readings, and you always have your specific questions ready. Is my wife or husband faithful? Is this person the one for me? Will my career in finances improve? I will work some interpretations into these spreads so you can see how the spreads and the individual cards relate to each other within a reading. There are many ways to lay out the cards, but I'm going to show you the spreads that work best for me. The first spread that I'm going to demonstrate for you is one that you have all seen me use for quite some time now, and it is called the 4 doors. What you do is make sure you shuffle your cards sufficiently, once or twice, sometimes 3 times. It all depends on how you are feeling and what the cards are saying to you. Then I want you to divide the cards into 4 sections. Allow the cut to happen naturally. Don't force it. Simply pick up the cards. Some sections will be larger than others. Some will be smaller than others. Leave the cards to do the work. You start to your outside left. You pull up your first card, then the second card, third card, and then your 4th card is your outside right. Now, as we would move through this, if I was reading this for a person, I would start with the first line only up to give me an idea of what is going on. We have the Queen of Swords here. Very formidable woman, very generous, very upstanding. Next to it is the 2 of Staffs. So I'm thinking here there are some surprises going on with the 2 of Staffs in this reverse position. Then we've got the Page of Swords. Again in a reverse position, and then we're followed by the Sun in a reverse position. Well, this is still a little bit confusing, so I don't want you to be alarmed. We know what we're talking about here. Now we go on to the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Page of Staffs, and the 5 of Cups. Let me tell you something right now. Let me see. This young lady here, the Queen of Swords, she has too many boyfriends. Cleo, how you know that? Watch. We have too many men that are represented by the cards. Remember, the cards have more than just one meaning. Truth is dimensional, my dears. It is not one-dimensional. It is multidimensional, and that is why the cards work. Here she is. There is one Page of Swords. There is one Page of Cups. There is one Knight of Cups. There is one Page of Staffs. Now, 2 of the brethren, they look pretty good. 2 of them, I not trust. And one of them, it is real clear to me, has either a drinking problem or a drug substance abuse problem. Because whenever I see the 5 of Cups, there is lament in that. You understand me? So she is trying to make up her mind about any one person. But if she came to me and said, oh, Miss Cleo, you know, is he the right one? By the time I'd finished turning up the second line, I would say, which one are you talking about, baby? You understand? So this is what I am saying to you. As you will note in the book as well, sometimes depending on the position of the female card or the male card, it gives you also some indication as to what the person may look like or what their personality may be like. You all often are marveled at how Cleo gets so many details. Does she pull them out of the air? True enough, the spirits come and give me much. But often I get very, very specific information just from the cards. And so I want you to understand that it is always constant. As we move through this reading, we would then take each line of cards and move them up to the top so that the story can continue to develop. As I have said to you before, it is like a huge puzzle, and you have to put the pieces together. Or often I teach my students that it is like reading a book without page numbers. You are never sure if the 4 doors will take you to the past, leave you in the present, or move toward the future. So as we look through things, there will be transitions. Those are things that you are going to have to learn on your own, because it is really about you becoming familiar and comfortable with your own personal cards. What I've also had people ask me, well, Cleo, is there a special way to pick up the cards after you are done with a reading? Quite honestly, Cleo is going to tell you, not in particular, not that I have ever taught. Perhaps someone may disagree, but not that I'm aware of. I take the cards up in sections, just as I am doing here. I place them all together, and if another reading is coming, or if I am done with the cards, I still will shuffle to close the cards and let them know that I am moving on. The next spread that I would like to demonstrate and show for you is the 3-card spread. And often people are unaware that it stands for the present, past, and your future. Now, those who do study the tarot are aware of this spread because it indeed is a very, very popular one. You don't see Cleo use it very often. I find I don't get quite as many specifics as I do from the 4-door. But let's go ahead and shuffle our cards again. Always, always shuffle your cards after a reading. Even if it is a practice reading, always put your cards back together and shuffle them again so that they can come and fall as they need to. Again, we cut them into 3 sections. Let the cards fall, natural in their cut. Some sections will be bigger than others. Some will be smaller. You cannot control the cards. You start to your left, your center card, and your outside right card. First card is past, middle card is present, third card is future. Let's see what the next line tells us. Oh my. I would even wager to say that this again is another difficult situation here about love matters, and that there may have been some decisions made in extreme haste. Even so, the hangman in that position, there was a lot of thinking going on around this. There was a lot of unnecessary worry by the 6 of staffs in a reverse position. The Queen of Swords, not necessarily a person we want to trust completely, can be a little bit overbearing, a little bit materialistic too. Now, I know it's a love relationship and that we were doing a lot of thinking about that because the 2 of Swords is in a natural position right up under the hangman. Why do I know there are problems? Without a doubt, the Tower card sits below the 6 of staffs. That concerns me as well because I'm seeing a lot of turmoil in the house at that time, possibly even some fear that may be over-exaggerated by the position of the 6 of staffs, but definitely very, very real and ongoing by the position of the Tower card. Finally, we would end this one, if the reading stopped here with the 4 of Swords in a reverse position, I would know in my heart that this person has had no sleep at all behind this, that they have been so confused and so tied up inside that there is no relief, not even when they close their eyes. Now, the last spread that we're going to review is the Celtic cross. Many people mispronounce it and call it the Celtic cross. Well, Cleo's going to tell you it is called the Celtic cross. Anybody that wants to argue with me, too bad. No, I'm only kidding, babies. What we're going to do, again, remember, shuffle your cards. There are many variations on the Celtic cross, so I don't want you to be too concerned if you've seen it done several ways. This is the way that Cleo reads the Celtic cross. But as I said, be open often. Now, see, I love that this happened. You see how this card kind of came out while I was shuffling? Ordinarily, Cleo will not put that card back in the deck. What I will do is I will make this my number 2 card. Your first card in the Celtic cross is turned upright like thus. The second card goes across the first card. This is basically where the individual is at right now, who is making the inquiry to the reader. So I am starting with an 8 of coins, all right, which is a card of employment, hard work, constantly striving towards something, and it usually pays off. Now, how interesting that we also have the 2 of swords, and I'm going to move it for visual sake. The 2 of swords. Now, we have seen this card 3 times. There must be a whole lot of people in this room that have love issues. As I look at the 2 of swords, it is a relationship card. It is a card of strong affinity, strong friendship, that. So now I'm going to go to the 3rd card. Oh my, it's a judgment card. Then to the 4th card, we're going to lay it to the outside left, the 7 of cups. We go up to the top. The sun card is your 5th card at the top. Your 6th card over here to your outside right is a card of transition or connection, that. I'm going to stop here and just make some additional references. Would I be upset by this reading? Not necessarily. There is a choice that is having to be made here. There also may have been some issues with an ex-spouse or an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend, that. The 7 of cups is causing this person, again, to think about what is it that they really want in life. What is the clear choice that I'm trying to make? Up at the top in a very strong position is the sun card. And that means that the happiness is there. The decisions will probably be sound ones. The Queen of Coins, however, is letting you know that you really need to be mindful of all of those people who all of a sudden want to come and celebrate with you all of your good fortune, because they are probably not honest and true. Now, as we go from the transition card and we go to the future, which is this last line of cards on your outside right, we go there with the Justice card, the Empress card, the 3 of Swords in a reverse position, and the 8 of Swords in a reverse position. Now, those are some very, very difficult cards. And what I would read from the whole outlook here is that the person, while they are thinking and making choices about the individual that they are thinking about staying with in a relationship, there is a lot of false sense of security there, that they are basing their security in things that are more tangible in the world as opposed to things that are tangible in your heart. The Queen of Coins, again, is a creepy kind of card because it can stand for that mistrust and not quite sure where the individual or the situation is coming from. The last 4 cards, I have to admit, are a little bit disturbing to me because I don't have a happy ending through which to tell somebody about. The Justice card is in a reverse position, which means that the decision or the judgment came very harsh. The Empress card is above that, which can stand for a new beginning, which can stand for the person starting over. However, what follows that is a broken heart and a lot of missing, a lot of lamenting. And then on the top, the 8 of Swords in a reverse position. And also that one is someone who is coming, who has brought destruction and dismay to you. And so this, to me, while we started out in a very positive place, this person will find out that they need to watch their relationship and they need to watch the people around that relationship, because there is great potential for much mishap and much unhappiness. Once again, babies, if you are having any difficulties in your quest to interpret the cards, please take the time to read the booklet you received with this package. Its card key is concise and very easy to follow. I also encourage you to call our customer support and service line anytime. You'll find that our staff of tarot experts will be knowledgeable and experienced in the ancient tarot. That number is at the bottom of your screen. I hope this time we have spent together has helped to familiarize you with the tarot card symbols and their meanings. The tarot, my dears, never ceases to amaze me, and I think you will feel the same way. I sincerely hope you will be inspired to move forward and learn more, and to teach and share what you know with those who are also curious about the ancient tarot. Until later, easy journey, babies.